All right, everyone, here we go with Soulmate Journey update. Let's take a look at what's going on. One deck for the DF, one deck for the DF. Let's see where we're at. Randomly at the bottom of this is a chariot. I mean, we've been getting somebody coming towards you. It could be, there's a lot of different soulmates. There's some really powerful ones. For some of you, it might be a powerful one you don't even know about. Bottom of your deck is the Strength card. A lot of passion. You got a lot of passion in you right now. Most of you watching are the DF side of this. You got a lot of passion in you. I mean, look at you with the rose in your mouth and shit. Rawr. Right? Who the fuck are you? Right? You're probably sleeping by yourself and you put rose petals on your own damn bed with this kind of energy here. Right? Just do it for yourself. Whatever. Right? All right. All right. Here we go. Let's shuffle the deck for the DF. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. But if the title brought you in here, you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking time lord. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. All right, you're all moving at different speeds on your time list, on your time list, on your time list, on your timelines. There's a whole playlist of these, so find where you're at. All right, we done. All right, here you go. Bottom of your deck now, all right, is the Six of Wands, a victory after a long battle. There's a lot of different energies that reflect off this for me, right? Because sometimes I talk about the butterfly transformation. Sometimes I talk about the butterfly effect. It's victory, but it's victory after a long battle. It's that fucker that returns to town after you've built a statue for them and buried them and had a funeral and as though they're without a body, right? That kind of a thing. Okay. Let's see. Yep. Six is exactly what I said. It's exactly what I. Six of Cups, and. A chariot at the bottom. What's at the bottom of my decks when I first pick them up is important. And I've explained to you that over the years, over the decades, I've trained the energy around me. You can too. It's just energy. You can train it. You can train it like a fucking bird. Whistle. It comes for fucking food. Right? It's that kind of a thing. I put the cards away the same way every time. Do something. Be consistent in what you do. And that's how you train the energy around you. All right, you can do that all through your life in various areas of your life. Anyway, I got somebody from your past showing up. And it's a victory after a long battle energy, which means this is somebody here who usually wouldn't do this. This is just backing up my current reads. And my favorite of them is actually the Mercury retrograde read. That's actually one of my favorites. I like the way that played out. It's so... I don't know, it's just so perfect timing for all of that to happen, right? Let's clarify. Let's clarify yours with the little animal deck. You got a big animal deck, let's take the little one. All right, here we go. Randomly at the bottom is a tower. So your mind is about to be blown. Something happens quick. It happens fast. Usually when this fucker returns to town, it happens fast. They just show up. They don't call first, hey, I'm coming back to town, right? They just show up, right? I'm just saying. All right, Six of Cups. Victory will come with it. Let's go. Let's clarify. I like it. Pay attention to my recent readings. And again, it can play out 1,000 different ways. It could just be somebody returning your lawnmower. I mean, it is possible. But for a good number of you, there's something much bigger than that going on, and you know damn well, right? So, but it doesn't mean it can't be the lawnmower too, right? Also, T-O-O, also, too, right? That. All right, here, that version of the word too. Here we go. Six of Cups. Why is it here? All right, Six of Cups. Look, I ain't playing. Okay, red with victory after a long battle is a Knight of Swords. It's at the bottom of the deck. It'll be crossing the center card I pulled, which is red with the Six of Wands. Here they come, and I said they come in quick, didn't I? Rewind. Okay? I don't know why I'm your second favorite. I reset it back to second. I'm just playing. But anyway, it's fast. It's a fast communication. I don't think it takes you by surprise. I think it's shocking with that tower that was there. I think it is. This could be your old, you can't discount what this is. You can't predict. You're not the warlock on the hill. This could be your happily married, been married for 20 years. You got a kid or two or three or whatever kids are doing these days. And so your old high school, your first time, right? The first one calls you up and wants to have coffee. That's a risky move. You got a soul connection with that person. That's going to be tricky. Remember the lion with the rose in his mouth that I showed you that was at the bottom of your deck randomly? Be careful about that. You know, that first time, want it again. It could be any of that. This is some mind-blowing shit for you. Okay, for you. It is tied to one specific energy. We'll get there. What's on top? Ace of Swords, it's a reconciliation. It's somebody returning. It's just verifying my victory after a long battle. That's all these cards are doing. I've already read the energy. I've given you the reading. I just want to make sure I'm right and see if there's anything else the cards want to add because they're a good medium, right? It's fine. I think you feel good. I will say, in addition to reconciliation energy here, I think you feel good about this. I think this makes you feel good. It would make you feel good if your first time from high school called you up after 30 or 40 years, right? I mean, it'd be a little crazy if they're dead and you're like, what the fuck? You know, but let's assume they're alive, right? They called you up after all that. It would be kind of, wow, you remembered me, right? That kind of a thing. We all like to be remembered. That's what all this popularity energy that's floating around right now, this mild devil energy that can take you over, all these influencers and all this other crap. People just want to be remembered, you know? Yeah, you know, there's so many pictures with all this Instagram and TikTok and stuff. There's so many pictures of us out there. We are the most pictured people, generations to ever live on the planet. We're going to be remembered to death. You know, 100 years from now, people are going to look back and go, what a bunch of fucking narcissists. Yeah, probably. And you probably are. I mean, or they're just not going to look at our picture. The pictures are going to be worthless because there's so many of them. Right? Center card here, red with the 6. So you'll be remembered in the short term anyway. Right? Sort of the way big celebrities are remembered. You know, a lot of people, there were big celebrities that came before ours, right? A lot of people don't remember Van Johnson. Remember Van Johnson? If you're young, you probably have no idea who that is. But in his day, he was Brad fucking Pitt. He was George fucking Clooney. You know, it is what it is. But most people don't know who the fuck he is anymore. Center card, red with the 6 of Wands. It's all short term is what I'm saying. It's all short range energy. 9 of Pentacles. Crossed by this. Somebody broke free. This energy, wow, that explains the Chariot, doesn't it? Somebody broke free. I don't know what they broke free from. They got themselves single and freed up. This lover from the past, as I'm using as an example, please just catch my drift. Don't take me literally, okay? Now, you know, the person you knocked heels with in the back seat of the car is not going to be probably giving you a call back, but I mean, okay, what's red with the Ace of Swords? Somebody broke free. I so want to clarify that some more. I can do it. I can do whatever I want. Death card, yeah, this is huge. This is something that's been long gone. Look, I'm not, it's just an example, just catch my drift, but I'm not that far off with my first time from way back in high school example. This is mind-blowing. You have no idea. You're reconciling somebody coming back into your life that's been gone so long, you barely remember them, right? Barely, right? I'm serious. This is a powerful soulmate. It is victory after a long battle. It is part of your journey on this soulmate cycle with the Chariot here as a card that represents the soulmate cycle for me. I don't need to clarify it. I get it. Somebody might be, this happens all the time when somebody gets newly single, right? Somebody might have gotten divorced or broke up with somebody, okay? This soulmate over here. And people do it all the time. You start calling people. You're like, oh my God, I'm never going to get laid again. I'll start calling people. What about that girl from high school? Oh yeah, what was her name, right? They don't even care that you're fucking married. They don't give a shit. They don't pay any consideration to the person you might be. It's all about, well, I'm single now. You know, it's all about that. That's the way that feels to me. Okay, a little bit. This is somebody who's been long gone for a while, whoever this is. Victory after a long battle on crack. Okay? All right, let's pull on them. Let's go. You ready? I'm ready. One last look at that Chariot, because here it comes, right? All right, let's go. Now, there's a white horse and a black horse there. So it's both good. They're bringing both good and bad. I already told you, people can be devious when they get single right off. All they care about is their willy. Or, you know, the push chakra, one or the other. But, I mean, it could be a little, it's somebody got liberated. Somebody's really feeling the freedom. Okay? That's what I'm going to say there. Somebody's feeling the freedom. Yeah, Six of Pentacles tried to show itself. They're hoping you're interested. All right, let's go. DM side, what do we get? Talk to me. Give me the DM side of things. All right, let's go. Okay, all right. Bottom of their deck is the Knight of Wands. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. I would have to be your 900th favorite if it fucking wasn't, right? The way I've been describing this energy? Come on. I don't know if, I doubt this is your long lost runner. I think this is just part of the soulmate cycle journey for you. I think we're all here. Look, we got a lot going on. Saturn's retrograde, bringing back old karma. Mercury's about to go retrograde, and we talked about that in the reading. Look, people are coming out of the fucking woodworks, okay? Not to mention, the soulmate cycle is made of Cancerian energy, and Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, is in fucking Cancer at the same time, resonating with it. People are going to come back like crazy. You're going to hear from people you've never thought you'd hear from again. And what's interesting about this, and I'm just going to say it because I'm Steve, and this is Steve's Love Tarot, they all seem pretty horny. I'm not going to play with you. I'm not that far off with my examples. I got to pick an example to give you, and I beg you not to take me literally. But if you can catch my drift here, you know what I mean, right? You know? I mean, if you hit Rick once, Rick wants it back again, right? He wants to try again. It's a player energy. It's an in and out, which you could take dirty if you want to, in and out, back and forth. It's repetitive motion, okay? Repetitive action. Somebody's coming back. Rinse and repeat. I don't know. But they go out as fast as they come in. This is a fast energy. What's the base energy here? You got to be fucking kidding. You fucking son of a bitch. I love the universe. I do. She's a fickle old gal. And I just love it when I get the energy right, and I just know it. Because it benefits you if I do, right? It's a Knight of Cups. Of course it is. Of course. Everybody, look, what makes a player a player? Let's go ahead and take that. Do you approach? If you're a player, I probably got a few watching me. You know, I used to scam the pants off some girls when I was younger too. The last thing I would do is walk up and go, I'm just going to try and scam the pants off you right now. You're into spiritual shit? Great, I could talk a spiritual game all night. I could talk your undies right off. Right? I'm Steve. Nice to meet you. I don't walk up and say that. I walk up as this guy. Right here, I'm the nice guy. Hi. Somebody is showing up. White horse, but they got a black one too. Why did I point out the white and black horse on the chariot before I shuffled? Right? I showed it to you one last time. I said there's both horses there. There is. There's the white one. Right? And look, there's the black one. You follow? Come on. I'm spot the fuck on today. I'm on fire. I'm gonna go out to the pier and make some money throwing cards, man. I'll just fucking tell your future. Come on up. $100. Let's go. Come on. I'll take the tourists for everything they got, but I'll be right, you know. I love it. Okay, so that's what's going on here. It's a byproduct of I love it. I love this. I love tarot, I really do. It's such a great fucking thing. Anyway, people are coming back out of the woodworks. You got one in particular that's showing up. They showing up with the white horse and the rose and, hey, how you been? It's probably a soft intro. It's probably, hey, you want to have coffee sometime? You want to get together for some coffee? Let's get together for coffee. I live 5 hours away, but I'll drive down to you, right? Nobody drive 5 hours that don't want to get banged. It don't happen, okay? Nobody wants to see you that bad. Your own mother doesn't want to see you that bad if she's 5 hours away, okay? I'm just catch my drift here. Somebody's being extra white horse, all right? But they got something they want. It is somebody you have a soul tie with. It is somebody from your past. They do show up rather quickly. It's rather suddenly. You might say yes to the coffee, but I want you, before you say yes to going with this person, I want you to at least consider everything I've told you here for a moment. Because it comes at a price. A little bit. No, there's... Whatever that price is, I don't know. There's a lot of inconsiderate energy here. I don't know if it's on your side or their side, but, you know, make sure you're not hurt. Make sure it's for the greater good. All right? And make sure you make your intentions clear at some point. All right? That's all I'm saying. I got Knight Cups right there. I got white horse and black horse. Okay. Let's clarify. Knight of Cups. Why is it here? Oh, it's going to be one of those days. I'll tell you. It's a high energy right now. It's a high energy day. Soak it up. You know. A lot going on in the energy fields around us. Well, There's always this. The soulmate cycle isn't just your runner. Your journey, your soulmate journey is, you've got lots of soulmates. There's lots of, think of it as a bus route. There's lots of stops. People get on, people get off. Just stay in your seat. Enjoy the ride. When I've been a part of a soulmate cycle, I'm a part of it by proxy here, pulling on it for you, but this isn't my soulmate cycle. When I've been a part of them, I've enjoyed the ride. It's been fun. All these people, they just come to me. It plays out, they come to you as well. You show a lot in my readings as Queen of Pentacles. And people come to the Queen of Pentacles. She don't get up off that throne in the woods and go to anybody. Right? It's a bit of that. So, this is just one of those adventure things. Somebody you never thought you'd hear from again. Showing up with the willy out. Yeah. All right. For some of you, I'm pretty close. For a few of you. But for the rest of you, just catch my drift, okay? I don't know who it is. There's a motive to them wanting to see you again. Whether it's a family member you have a soul tie with, friend, or that old person you banged in high school for the first time, whatever it is, there's a motive. I make a joke. I say nobody drives 5 hours to see you just because they want to see you that bad and have coffee with you. It doesn't happen. Okay, there's a motive here. All right? Whatever it is. I will say the Emperor is at the bottom, crossing the center card I'm going to pull, red with the Knight of Wands. That makes this Emperor by default a Burger King. The Burger King, the King of Wands. It's reflecting mostly King of Wands, which orders this Knight around. Somebody's tired of being alone. Somebody is now alone. You have a masculine energy attached to you. It doesn't matter what gender they are in the real world, but somebody's tired of being alone. It's what I said about this Nine of Pentacles. When people get single, they start calling people. They just do. It's just, I've had plenty of friends that have gotten divorced, and they fucking horn dogs. One friend, he got divorced. He calls me up, let's go to Vegas. Like, oh, okay, all right. You just signed, okay, let's go. Fine. Take it easy there. Slow it down there, Turbo. Right, it's a bit of that. I got that here. Somebody's tired of sitting on that papasan chair by themselves. What's on top? The Seven of Wands. Why is that here? What's the center card? I know why it's here. But just give me a minute. Ace of Cups. Wow, the Ace of Cups. Yeah, somebody here. Oh, you pop back. I was going to say it right here, too. It's somebody who's been thinking about, you pop back in somebody's head recently or in their heart. Whoever this person is, you pop back in. Something they saw, probably, usually when I see the Seven of Wands, especially with an Ace of Cups, that's really weird that came out. Usually when I see this combination of energies, this guy's sitting on the papasan chair watching TV and he saw someone who reminds him of you. There's some hot chick or some hot dude on a TV show that you look like. And they can't bang the person on the TV show, so they figure they call you. It's something like that. Something, you popped in recently. You became a thing. And that thing grew and grew so much it started to leak out of the bowl. All right, what's red with the Seven of Wands here? The Nine of Pentacles. And now somebody can do something about it. Somebody realizes they don't look. This Nine of Pentacles, that's this card over here. Okay, let me show you the symmetry here. This person now, this Nine of Pentacles, free, single, free, ready to rock. Hey, Steve, let's go to Vegas. I just signed the divorce papers. That person, right, is now, doesn't have to keep distance anymore. Now they can come forward, right? Now they're taking charge. But the Knight that they're ordering, right, is the Knight of Cups. They are saying, hey, let's call the Knight of Cups and have them go in with the White Horse. But their motive, the environmental energy, is very Black Horse energy, right? He's right there. And he's wild. He's going crazy, right? It literally is that friend of mine that got divorced and want to go to Vegas right away. Got to go to Vegas. Got to get laid. Okay, calm down. We get you a hooker here, too. We don't have to drive 4.5 hours. It's Los Angeles, But no, got to go to Vegas. Okay, cool, fine. 3/4 of a tank of gas later. Anyway, here we go. So that's what's going on. Okay? Whoever this is showing up, I've given you as many cheeky examples as I can. I try to be entertaining. But I've given you as many cheeky examples as I can. All you got to do is catch my drift. It could be any of that and more. The same frequency of energy can play out 1,000 different ways. All right? There is a motive here. The black horse and the white horse are important to understand. The white horse on the Knight of Cups and the black horse on the Knight of Wands. It's important. You know, like I said, somebody you haven't seen in a long time calls you up, wants to have coffee. Oh, wonderful, Ron called, wants to have coffee. Isn't that terrific, right? You know, yeah. Ron lives like, well, how far away? Right? It's like that. There's not, nobody wants to see you that bad. This person doesn't want to see you that bad. They want to, you popped in their head. I said there's a horniness here in the energy, and I'm not playing. They saw something that reminded them of you, and now they don't have to keep their distance. Hey, I'm single. I could do whatever I want, right? Nobody else on this papasan chair, so they're coming in. It might be your runner. It could be because it's somebody you think it's over and you doubt you're going to hear them. But I suspect my analogy of it being sort of somebody, the first person you ever did, first time from high school kind of a thing. You've been married all these years and blah, 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 blah. All these years have gone by and now you hear from this person. It's more like that, okay? More something like that. There's definitely distance here. The Chariot randomly at the bottom of the deck when I picked it up for the DM side implies some distance sometimes. And in this context, it does. So that's why I give you the analogy of 4 or 5 hours away, right? You got to look at what somebody's doing and then ask questions based on the context of the energy, right? An old friend wants to have coffee. That's great. But they live 4.5, 5 hours away. They're driving there. That's a long way out of the way to see you. You're either incredibly special and you got sparkling conversation or a really nice pair of tits and they're free to do whatever they want with them, right? On their side, without any consideration that you're free. Keep that in mind, all right? Keep that in mind, especially if you're a married person, all right? There's no consideration for what's going on your side. I already said that. There's a little bit of that here. There's a little bit of selfishness over here on some level, okay? All right. All right, let's go. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. Let's pull 3 cards and a crossing card. I don't know if it wants to talk to you or them, but let's find out. This is a fun one. I like this one. I think you should go have fun. As long as you know what you're getting into, it's no worries. It's when you get blindsided that you have a problem, right? As long as you acknowledge, yes, Steve might be right. That's all you got to do. That's it. Go have fun. All right? There's no devil here. It's not Rapey McRaperman. You'll be fine. You can say no means no. You'll be all right. Okay? I don't see anything like that here. I'd warn you if it was. Stay out of alleys, right? Now, I mean, no, you're fine. You can go down any alley you want. Within reason. Use your head. All right, let's go. Let's see where we're at. Okay, I'm sorry. This is one of my favorite cards in the Witches, right? It's this fucker. I know why it's here already. It's going to be crossed on the center card. I can just wait. Yeah, 10 swords. I knew it. I fucking knew this person blew it. What's more, something like, I don't know. Yeah, the Knight of Swords. There's a Knight of Swords. There's a Knight of Swords. It wants to talk about this person. All right, and red with the 10 of Swords is 3 swords. This is somebody here. Look. Go have coffee with this person, but don't get too deep. They're not sticking around. This is not somebody who's gone through a dark night of the soul. This is not somebody you're going to have a long-term connection with. If you think you are, you're just setting yourself up for 10 swords and 3 swords, 13 swords through a fucking heart. Okay? However, you've got somebody coming to you here that they either hurt you or they've been through the ringer or something along those lines. I still get with the 10 swords and 3 swords, I'm not reading any, I don't have a devil here, do I? No, I don't. I got a 2 of wands. I got somebody who can now make plans. It's just backing me up. I think they broke up. I think this is a classic example of somebody got divorced or broke up, and when they do that, people start calling people they haven't talked to in a while. They're looking for any kind of companionship, right? Sexual chemistry, companionship that'll sit on this papasan chair with them. Somebody's taking control because now they don't have to keep their distance. I wouldn't make any long-term plans with this person. I wouldn't. I would not. I think it'll be disappointing. And I'm just telling you that if I'm wrong, that's fine. If you want to try, that's fine. If you do make any long-term plans with this person, I would go into it with the attitude of Blondie here. All right, just whatever happens, happens. I don't really care, right? Like that. Very nonchalant, okay? Oh, yeah. We didn't even know that was there. The 8 of Wands, right? The 8 of Dildos, right there underneath this. They're coming with gifts, apparently. 8 of Wands, communication. Yep. Somebody can now. Yeah, I'm right. Anyway, whatever you decide to do with this, I want you to embody that girl right there. Whether you're male or female, you see how she's just sitting there, all bored looking and whatever, just whatever happened, whatever. You know, it is what it is. Take that attitude, you'll be fine. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. That's all I got to say. I think I've summed it up enough, but please don't take me literally. All right, these types of things, it's tough to translate for thousands of people. I do my best, but I've seen this a time or two. I've seen this type of thing play out. All right, that's your reading. Good luck.